Well, guys, here we are, 2021. I don't know about you, but I am really looking forward to what this year will bring. I know that 2020 was a really challenging and contrasting year for most of us. There was a lot of great things. There were also a lot of tragic, terrible things. It was definitely a roller coaster. And yes, it is January 1st, 2021. It is the beginning of a new year. But we have to remember that today is today. It's a new day, and today is all we have. This is my very first episode of my new podcast, That Feel Good Vibe, and I am so happy that you are listening. Thank you so much. I just want to say I've waited for this moment for a long time. A really long time. For too long. And I know that a lot of you out there can relate because, tomorrow syndrome is an infectious disease, and I have fallen victim to it myself. Tomorrow syndrome is not just saying, I'm going to do something tomorrow. It is not just looking towards tomorrow and the future. It is the embodiment of fear, lack of confidence. It is something that you experience and that you feel. It is not intangible. It is actually a vibrating energy that consumes you if you allow it to. That ties in perfectly to the topic that I want to talk about today, and that is the power of now.
The power of now. The power of now.
I think we all know this is the time of New Year resolutions, the time where we all set these great goals for ourselves and look towards what we want for this upcoming year. We set high expectations, we feel good going into the new year, and then something happens. There is a disconnect between you, January 1st, and how you feel and those grandiose plans and goals that you set for yourself and that confidence. And then what happens, that energy, what you find yourself doing a month later, 2, 3, 4, 5 months later. Sadly, for most of us, it is just but a short few weeks after we make those resolutions. I, myself, am a goal setter. I love writing, I love setting goals, I love vision boards. Who's with me? Who loves vision boards? Oh my goodness, I have so many of them. And vision boards, I think, are wonderful. I think they're great. It's a way to express yourself, to set goals, and look towards what it is that you want to achieve. Vision boards are great. I want to talk about today because that is all we really have. I just wanted to do this introduction video today without worrying about perfection, without worrying about trying to make sure everything is pre-planned. This is all just a spontaneous thing that I am doing right now because I want to start now. I have this beautiful little reminder that says, be mindful, because all you really have is now. It is so true, guys. When we are able to step into the presence of now and realize there is no past anymore and there is no future yet, we get so caught up on days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on hours of the day, what we have planned for a week from now and for this weekend. And so many of us are living for the weekend, looking forward to that day off, those days off, instead of looking at where you're at right now.
FYI, there will be a prize awarded to the first person to comment the correct number of times I say now in this video. Also, enjoy this adorable picture of my brother's puppy Lily while I ask if you could please like this video and comment something below. It helps me out a ton, guys. I really appreciate it.
We are here. We are existing. We are growing. We are expanding. We are creating here on this earth. And I believe universally, there are so many different distractions, that's for sure. TV, video games, social media, Facebook, Instagram, scrolling. It would take me a day to sit and list all of them. And just because something is a distraction does not mean that it's a bad thing. And does not mean that you shouldn't do it ever. I'm not saying don't ever watch TV because it's just a distraction. But at the end of the day, we only have so much time to do what it is that we feel we want to do. You know that I have been playing way below my potential and what it is that I see myself doing and becoming and the person I want to be, organizations I want to create to help make a difference and impact in the world and for our youth and all of these big dreams and goals that I have. I get lost and so consumed in my day to day and in my distractions and in the minuscule things that I forget about what it is that I really want to be doing. I'm not the biggest fan of hourglasses, to tell you the truth. They're kind of intimidating to me, but I think they're an excellent representation of living in the moment and taking advantage of our day, seizing the day, carpe diem. We don't know how much sand we have in our hourglass. Any moment, any day, something could happen and it could be our time to go. I believe that we have a purpose to fulfill while we are here, and hopefully we have an allotted amount of time to do it. But I do feel that so often dreams get buried. I have set goals for myself for this new year. I have written so many different things about self-care and the habits that I want to create. I often find myself getting overwhelmed because there are so many things that I want to be doing. And so I look at this list and I see 20 things that I want to start doing and incorporating in my day and accomplishing. And then I get so overwhelmed, I find that I don't do any of them, or I do maybe one. And I end up feeling let down. And that is a very quick way to destroy your self-confidence. When you follow through with something that you tell yourself you're going to do, it can be something small, waking up in the morning at a time you say you want to wake up. Say you want to wake up at 6 a.m. so that you can do different things to start your day in the morning before you have to go to work or before you have to start your work. Using that as an example because yes, that is definitely one of my things. But how good does it feel when you actually follow through and wake up at 6 a.m. and do what it is that you set out for yourself to do? It feels so good. Oh my gosh, you're like, I am on top of the world. I feel so good about myself. I can do anything. Even if it's a subconscious thing, I promise you that when you follow through with things that you tell yourself you're gonna do, it is building your confidence.
And I just want to say right here that one way to do that is by picking one or two things to start with that are on your list and then working your way up from there. It's a lot easier to add one or two new habits than it is to try and add 10, which is why I end up feeling overwhelmed and why that probably ends up happening for other people as well.
I think this past year has definitely tested all of us in many ways. And I don't know about you, but I have had many moments where I did just wake up feeling very demotivated. But doing things, very small things, such as getting up and getting in a shower, taking some time to give yourself care and love, and maybe that's getting dressed and getting ready for the day and putting on some music and dancing around in your bedroom or your living room while you're waiting for your cup of coffee. Whatever it is, there's so many different things that we can do to raise our energy and our vibration. I want to have this podcast be a place where we get to explore and where we get to see where conversation leads and where it goes. And we don't know fully. I don't know fully, and I'm not going to have expectations as far as that goes. Going back to commitment, building your confidence. Oh my gosh. Self-confidence and self-love, I think, is one of the most important, vital pieces to happiness. It's something that is talked about often and looked at in kind of this, yeah, love yourself, self-love, self-confidence, yeah, that's great. But when it comes to how we actually do that and how we learn to love ourselves and accept ourselves fully as we are, while also embarking on a journey and a path of wanting more and setting goals and knowing that it's okay to not be where you want to be right now. We all start from certain spots and we all start from the same bottom floor and work our way up to the top floor one step at a time. So it's okay to not be where you want to be, but it is important to love yourself and have patience and feel good now before you get there. And I think that is a very key point to getting there. That will actually be the topic of one of my future podcasts, is self-love, self-confidence, and the importance of it. And I really look forward to having that talk because I think that it's going to be a great one, and I'm excited to share with you the things that I have done for myself to get there because at this day and age especially, I feel that it is very difficult and very challenging with all of these outside influences and the world telling us that we're supposed to be like this, we're supposed to look like this, we're supposed to have these things, and if we don't, we can't be happy, we can't feel good about ourselves, which is so not true. And it's not about what's out there, it's about what's in here and about what you want and what you feel good doing. It's not about the opinions and judgments of other people, though they heavily weigh on each and every one of us, whether we like to admit it or not. It is very important to take care of your health and to eat healthy foods, and it plays also into how you feel about yourself, and I'm going to go more into that. To wrap up today, I just want to say that I hope this year is everything that you want it to be and more. I hope that you find joy and happiness and laughter and success and good health and prosperity. We are all on this path together and living this life, trying to figure things out. My word for this year is adaptability. Because after last year, one thing that I really learned is that you can only control so much. You can only control you. You can only control how you feel, how you react to certain situations and to other people. And you can only control yourself, your mind. And it's beautiful that we have the power and the ability to do that, because there's, again, so much that is out of our control, outside circumstances that happen, diseases that happen, fires, natural disasters, friends, family going through things and hurting you, relationships ending. There's so many things outside of ourselves, losing your job, whatever it may be. And when you learn that you can only control yourself and how you feel and react to those things, it is powerful, my friends, because that is where you are untouchable. No matter what happens, no matter what outside thing happens, you will not let anything or anyone else deter you from your own happiness. When you allow your light to shine, no matter what, it feels better than anything. You feel powerful and you feel on top of the world because It doesn't matter what happens, you know that you are in control of how you feel. Not to say you can't have regular human emotion, because I tell you what, when something happens, it is natural and okay to feel sad. It is natural and okay to feel angry. Those are normal, natural human emotions, and they are there for a reason. They help us grow. They help us process what things we experience so that we can do things differently next time, or so that we can put ourselves in different situations, or so that we can grow and just process through those emotions versus holding them in. For example, grief. When you experience a loss of something, of someone, it is natural to express and feel those emotions, and if you don't allow yourself to, you end up holding them in, and it creates a lot of resentment and hate and anger that will surface eventually. So I am not saying do not experience normal human emotion. It is okay and 100% necessary to do so. At any moment, we have the beautiful, powerful choice to control our destiny and shape who we are to become who we want to be. I am so not perfect. This is my first go at this, so please hang in there as I grow and get better and better each time that I record these. I look forward to the next podcast and sharing with you guys. I will also be having some very exciting guests that will be on the podcast this year. I've already lined up a few different interviews. The first one will be with my amazing husband, Chris, who has been an incredible inspiration in my life, and just so much more than my husband, but my best friend, my business partner, just everything. I hope that you subscribe, that you like this podcast video, and continue to follow me on this journey and to embark on this journey with me. And I would love to hear your comments and to interact with you guys. I don't want this to be one-sided. I want to build a community of my Good Vibes tribe, and I really look forward to where this goes into this new year, guys. So happy New Year 2021. Let's make it a fabulous, amazing, incredible, fantastic, prosperous one. Thank you again for listening. Much love. Until next time. Oh, boy. We did it. I didn't talk about some of the things I planned on talking about, and that's okay. Really quick, I have to share with you this incredible, beautiful gift that my husband gave me for Christmas this year. This is fluorite and quartz crystal. It is one of the most intense vibrations I have ever experienced. Happy 2021. Ooh, ooh.
2021, 2021 is the one, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, wait till I start actually talking on the podcast. How about that? How about that? I need to go make dinner. You think that's gonna be close enough? Because you can't like totally see my face. But I want to get everything in the picture that's in the picture. I guess there will be times where I can zoom. Right?